Welcome back. The damage continues to add up after Saturday's severe storms. In addition to all the electric repairs, many families could wind up footing the bill for fallen trees, roof repairs, and damage to cars and other property. Unfortunately, that may also open the door to scammers. Daniel Irwin with the Better Business Bureau is here to help us avoid them. Daniel, welcome back to 3 at 3. Good to see you.
Thanks
as always. The biggest mistakes many of us make during repairs like this. Where do we start with this?
Well, not knowing who to call before something happens.
Not knowing who to call.
Yeah. So we see after a major storm, we see what we call storm chasers.
Okay.
And those are people that maybe they come down from places like Kentucky and other counties. And the problem with them is they're not all scammers, but a lot of them aren't licensed. And so the problem is you may pay them and then they're not there to do the work. Or if the work's not done right, you can't get in touch with them.
So how do we differentiate between the real person versus the scammers?
Well, you want to vet them as best as you can. So anyone coming to your door, showing up after a storm and wanting to do work for prices that seem too good to be true, that should be a red flag. You want to, like I said, the best thing you can do is know who to call before. Have a guy who know who you might call. But if you don't, make sure you look them up. You want to make sure that they're licensed to do the work.
So how do we do that? How, again, so much is going to be going on.
Right.
You know that family's going to be dealing with this, dealing with that. How do you find out if that person is licensed quickly?
Well, you can call the Better Business Bureau and we can find out for you, or you can call the state of Tennessee. But some quick things to know. Work up to $3,000 does not require any kind of license. Work between $3,000 and $25,000 requires what's called a home improvement license. And work over $25,000 requires a general contractor's license. Now, to make things a little confusing, there's not a competency license in the state of Tennessee for tree trimmers.
Not at all.
Not for tree trimmers.
Tree trimmers,
Now, some of them might have a license, like a home improvement license, but there's not a competency license for tree trimmers. But you need to make sure they're insured. And the other thing to look out for when you're talking about home repairs and after a storm is not necessarily scammers, but well-intentioned people. For instance, someone from your church might have a chainsaw and they may get in your tree and may trim a limb, right? But they may not know what they're doing, and you're ultimately responsible for that tree if it's not done right and it falls on your neighbor's fence.
So I would be responsible ultimately for that.
Ultimately, you're responsible for your tree. So you want to make sure that anybody that's doing any kind of work has the skill necessary to do it. And you also want to make sure that someone's insured, especially a tree trimmer. It's a red flag if you ask for proof of insurance and someone doesn't show it to you.
Daniel, what about the importance of getting things, as they say, in writing?
Yes.
Before you do almost anything else.
You want the entire scope of the project in writing on some type of company letterhead. And again, if you ask for someone's license and they don't want to give it to you, that's a big red flag. And then also, you should never pay more than a third up front. A lot of smaller contractors may want you to pay a deposit, or they may need the money to float the materials, but you shouldn't pay more than a third up front. And if possible, you should pay with a credit card, because if something does go wrong, you just have a lot more protections with a credit card than really any other payment option.
That makes a lot of sense.
Always need to get a receipt.
And again, kind of going back to tree trimmers, what do we need to look out for there when it comes to tree trimmers?
Well, you want to be hesitant of anyone that just shows up at your door with a chainsaw wanting to cut your tree. You want to make sure you vet them. And then also know that most reputable contractors and reputable tree trimmers are going to be really backed up after a big storm. So you might need to make some temporary repairs, you know, and just again, not that everybody that shows up at your door is a scammer or isn't licensed, but you just need to use a little more caution. And you want to make sure that you're not going on price alone, right? Just because someone shows up and they're the cheapest doesn't mean that they're the best.
Any reports so far of a lot of scammers here? Or
yeah, we're getting some reports of, again, just people showing up wanting to do some work, and then, you know, someone paying a deposit and them not showing back up. So again, you just want to vet. If someone says that they're, you know, a local company, but they're driving a truck that's got out of state tags or something, you know, just ask as many questions as possible. You know, the other thing that happens is a lot of people will also impersonate a well-known company. So you want to see some type of credentials before you have someone do some work.
And if I have any questions, I can always call the Better Business Bureau of the Mid-South.
You absolutely can.
Daniel, thank you for taking the time.